Hello, my name is Chewy Chong. I'm the developer evangelist for Microsoft Singapore. I have here Casey from AIT, and he's got some cool stuff to show us.
Yeah.
But first off, what does AIT stand for?
AIT is actually a short form. It's Advanced Interactive Technologies here.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
And what do you guys do?
Actually, we do all kinds of hardware and software solutions,
Okay.
like kiosk stations,
Okay.
touchscreens, and some customized software.
So those touch screens I see at the library, right,
Yeah.
and all that, that's all you guys?
Yeah, that's from us.
Okay, so IT is a Singaporean company, so those of you are international viewers, Singapore is south of Asia-ish, north of Australia. Sorry, before I came out here, most people didn't even know where Singapore was. But the Singapore National Library actually uses their equipment.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to Singapore and check out the National Library, it's quite a sight. All those kiosks are done by you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are probably wondering why we're shooting everything in the dark. Well, Casey's got something cool to show us.
Okay.
So show us.
Yeah. Actually, this is a news picture from Windows Vistas done by Microsoft. Okay, it's locked.
Okay.
Okay, what we got here is a gadget thing.
So this right here is that new Sideshow device,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is on a Asus W5
W5FE.
FE laptop, and it actually has a Sideshow device built on the outside
Yeah.
of the laptop. Okay, so you wrote a gadget, I
Okay,
guess?
what I wrote is here, Singapore weather, and a nice icon. Yeah, and what we have here is different weather conditions on different parts of Singapore, and we have an overview picture.
But Singapore's not that big. Are you telling me
Yes,
right now
that's
that
small.
there's actually different weather for different parts of Singapore?
Yeah, it's actually having different conditions here.
That's actually quite interesting. So that's Malaysia up top.
Yeah,
Right,
Malaysia
where
up
are we right now?
We are somewhere here.
On the west side. Okay, so the Microsoft offices are down here in the south side. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's raining over there.
Yeah.
Crap, I had to go back for lunch. Gotta bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is neat. This device, does it have its own processor?
Yeah, it comes with processors and some wireless device.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's actually like a computer by itself.
Yeah.
So this is a separate entity to the laptop itself.
Yeah, I can
So
see
it'll
this.
work perfectly fine when it's off and all that too, right? Okay, that's actually quite interesting. So it draws the power and all that stuff off the laptop. So I guess the good thing about the design is that when you close the laptop, even when the
still
laptop's
working.
closed, it still works.
Yeah.
So good way to get pieces of information. Okay, so putting together the gadget, is it something easy to do or is it complicated?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Can you show us?
Yeah, true. Okay. Actually, all this thing is done through the Windows Sideshow APIs, and we do need the Windows Vista for this. Yeah. And there are three important components here. We do have application itself, and registry data, and the gadget device. And we do need Vista for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So the way you draw on this, right? Even though the application is here,
Yep.
right? Only certain parts of the application gets moved to the Sideshow device.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the glue that glues all this together beyond the API is the registry, I guess.
Yeah,
Right?
sure, yeah.
Can you show us?
Okay. So we comes to the registry editor, and what we added here is this Sideshow informations.
So this registry entry is telling Windows Vista that there is a new Sideshow application.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you enter this, actually the control panel will just detect the new gadget.
Okay, I gotcha. So the application itself, right, has two parts, I'm assuming, right? The application part of this diagram right here, right? It has two parts. There is a user interface portion to it,
Yep.
and also a workhorse, the part that collects the data,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then in your registry file, that start command is going through and saying that is the actual workhorse part of it.
Yeah.
That you will run to collect the data for the gadget. Okay. How exactly is the UI part done then?
Actually, the UI done is through the application also.
Can you show us?
Yep. Okay, we comes to the Visual Studio Editor.
So this is a normal version of Visual Studio then? huh?
Yeah. It's actually a normal Windows applications.
Okay, so this is a WinForm application.
Yeah, WinForm
Okay.
app. What we need is actually the API for the Sideshow. We're using Microsoft
okay.
Sideshow. Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing we need to do is get it registered with individual GUI ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Sideshow API, do you need to install that, or is that part of the .NET 3.0 framework?
Actually, it's part of the .NET 3.0, but you need extra software like Windows SDK
Okay.
and yeah.
Okay, but you will provide us a list of how to do that later, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'll show you.
Cool. All right.
Then, okay, this will be the first part. Then for the content publishing part is here. We do have it's here.
Ah, I got it. So this is how you lay out the UI.
Yeah.
So the UI is done declaratively. So you will have to go through and declare how you want it laid out. It's not a graphical thing where you can drag and drop certain things, right?
Yeah.
So the gadget UI is pretty much defined. You're laying out what are the key elements you want to go through and do, and it's okay.
Yeah, actually, it's using the XML standard. So all the coding is done by using the XML format. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of neat. So the rest of your application, what is it doing?
Just publish with the contents. Like we have menu here.
Right.
Actually, with individual items which define, you have to code it every
Okay,
code it
I
out,
gotcha.
yeah.
I gotcha. So you also, the rest of this beyond the user interface part is the actual workhorse part, which actually goes online to pull down the data and parse it.
Yeah.
So the rest of it's the workhorse part.
Yeah.
But you also wrote some stuff just in case for those of you who don't want to actually write the registry stuff by hand, right?
Yeah. Actually, we can start with here. Is a gadget registration part.
Okay. So you've already written the code in there that if you want to register it within the registry so that Vista can pick it up, right? The code's all there.
Yeah.
So you'll be sharing with us all the code, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So I get the story here. The application, all right, has a user interface part and the workhorse part.
Yep.
And you also showed us how the registry will inform Windows Vista how to get the UI onto the Sideshow device. Can you show us how the Vista side works?
Okay. For the Vista, it actually captured the data through the control panel. And as we can see here, there's a Sideshow component here. Yep.
Okay. So you install the framework, right? And all this stuff starts to show up.
Yeah, actually, it comes with Vista. It's already there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That's
already
neat.
there.
That's neat.
Yeah, so what we need is get a device or maybe a simulator.
Okay.
Actually, this simulator will be available in the Windows SDK.
Okay, Windows SDK, all right. And the device shows up only when you have a hardware device showing up.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
So this one is for the Asus W5FE.
Okay.
And we can actually add in the gadget just by clicking on it.
Okay.
And remove it by uncheck it.
So you don't ever have to work with the hardware directly.
Yeah.
Vista will decouple that.
Yeah.
So through this interface in the control panel, you're able to control how applications are loaded onto the Sideshow device.
Yeah, just by clicking on the checkbox.
So it doesn't matter what the device is, it just works that way.
Yeah.
Actually, really, really powerful. Okay, so we covered everything then, right? Registry glues it all together, right? Windows Vista will do all the transferring stuff over. Application have both the UI and also the workhorse side of things. So, do you have a list for our developers in Singapore?
Yeah, actually, I do have a list of things that you need to get before you get started.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will be documentations and some movies presentations.
Oh, this is neat. This is neat. So everything you need to get started is right here.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do all this?
Actually, I took the one whole day to read on this and yeah.
So there we go, guys. All right, thanks to Casey and AIT, right?
Yeah.
You all see 1 day worth of work. You got this all going. How about writing the whole gadget? How long did that take?
2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, that's pretty easy when you get all started. Yeah.
Okay, well look, I want to congratulate this guy here. He is the first person in Singapore, probably Malaysia, probably Southeast Asia, right, who's actually wrote a gadget for this device. And hey, if the ASUS people are watching, I think you should thank them by giving him a free laptop.
That would be great.
Okay. So thank you very much and congratulations for being #1.
Yep.
All right, thanks. This should be the end of the video, but I thought this was actually pretty funny. We're actually walking out of their offices, right? And check out the weather right now. That gadget's great, isn't it? Actually, it's raining.